I would respectfully submit that
Sounds to me like open house events could help. What do you think?
The weight of evidence indicates that
There is a strong reason to believe that
Halo pembelajar cerdas semua, terima kasih sudah berkunjung di kanal pembelajaran bahasa Inggris ini. Di video kali ini kita akan mempelajari beberapa ungkapan untuk menyampaikan pendapat dalam bahasa Inggris sesuai konteksnya.
it is my assessment that our enrollment numbers must improve significantly. We respect the strength of state universities, but we must also show families that we offer value, guidance, and a future.
it is my considered opinion that parents still worry about costs. I remain cautiously optimistic that better communication can change perception.
Perhaps we could consider clearer pathways, internships, certifications, and real outcomes.
I would respectfully submit that the public must see our graduates succeeding. Marketing alone will not suffice without substance. I am inclined to support the position that we launch a coordinated effort grounded in truth, tradition, and progress.
I think we need stories, real alumni stories, not slogans. People should see how our graduates actually grow and succeed.
I'm pretty sure that students today trust authenticity more than promises. When they hear honest experiences, they relate.
To be honest, it seems to me that our website still feels outdated. Even if we have good programs, the presentation doesn't show it.
Here's the thing. Families compare us to state universities instantly.
I'd argue that we need a clear message, smaller classes, closer mentoring, and real job pipelines.
I go with highlighting care. From my point of view, parents value guidance as much as prestige, especially when they're investing in their children's future.
That makes sense. If we show care and results together, it sounds stronger.
Exactly. Our alumni stories can connect those two ideas.
Sounds to me like open house events could help. What do you think if we invite families to see everything firsthand?
Honestly, I feel that will work. If alumni and current students join as ambassadors, they can share what the brochures can't.
Then let's combine it. Refresh the website, collect authentic alumni stories, and use them in our open house campaign.
Yes, agreed. Step by step, but consistent. That's how we build trust. I would propose that each department design activities linking theory with industry visits.
It is my view that internships have been underused. The evidence suggests that companies like our graduates once they actually see them.
My own view is that internships may not address every challenge. Another way of looking at it is building entrepreneurship centers.
The weight of evidence indicates that we should still begin from what we already do well, then build outward from there.
It may be argued that parents also want moral character emphasized.
From my perspective, students benefit most when classroom projects mirror real industry problems.
I would argue that partnerships where companies set project briefs could motivate students and reassure parents.
My thinking is that such partnerships could work, yet the question remains about how we might coordinate them effectively.
I am of the opinion that pilot projects first, then expand.
I'm not entirely certain, but I get the sense that companies are open to mentoring if we approach them clearly.
It is worth noting that this university has always honored values and traditions while embracing innovation.
Let's explore internships, entrepreneurship initiatives, and industry-guided projects together, step by step.
From your perspective as an entrepreneur, how would you describe the kind of mentoring students receive here? Well, from my experience, it's very hands-on, industry-focused. I reckon students here get real mentoring. In my book, I wouldn't be where I am without my lecturers. Looking back, that guidance shaped how I make decisions in my business.
I'm kind of feeling like the public doesn't yet realize how competitive our labs are.
Could you share one example?
Sure. From where I stand, employers trust our teamwork skills. That culture really trains us to solve problems together.
How can we tell this story so it feels genuine for parents and students?
I've got a hunch that parents want warmth. As far as I'm concerned, they choose schools that care. When families feel welcomed, they tend to stay involved.
Well, I must say this strategy makes the most sense.
I'm thinking we should run campus tours via Instagram Live.
I figure high schoolers like seeing daily life, not brochures.
Not gonna lie, I think state universities look intimidating. To me, it's like we can show a more welcoming vibe.
I tend to think that peer-to-peer talks work best.
My gut says that online-only tours might be limiting. Maybe another option is hybrid visits?
Have you thought about student shadowing days?
That makes sense to me. I'd back that.
My own view of the matter is we must strengthen academic advising.
I take the position that research visibility matters more.
I'm convinced that parents ask about mentoring first.
I am persuaded that both matter, but funding is limited.
It would be prudent to consider that good advising prevents dropouts.
There is a strong reason to believe that advising on its own is unlikely to change perceptions.
I take the view that we may simply have to acknowledge that our perspectives differ, but we must still act together. It is my considered judgment that collaboration across units is the only sustainable path.
I wish to highlight that marketing must match academic reality.
I'd like to suggest that we create a unified slogan and a parent handbook. I feel that high school visits must be more interactive. What I mean is demos, mini workshops, not just speeches.
I'd say this approach feels practical and effective.
I'd lean toward partnerships with local industries will reassure families.
That's a good point.
It is incumbent upon us to acknowledge that trust is earned slowly but lost quickly.
My understanding is that website traffic doubled.
I submit that signups for campus visits have tripled.
The way I see it, hearing real voices made the difference.
One could say that our message finally became human.
You know what I think? I think applications will rise.
In my view, not everything is working yet. I get the impression that rural families still worry. Personally, I consider outreach visits to outer districts.
It may be possible that transportation support could help.
I wonder if scholarship clarity is the missing piece.
I would contend that transparency must be central.
In my opinion, storytelling still matters most.
From my point of view, information and inspiration must walk together. Why should we choose a private university instead of a state one?
It is my view that our strength lies in personal mentoring, practical learning, and moral guidance.
What about job prospects?
That's an excellent question. There is a strong reason to believe that our internship network opens real doors.
The evidence compels us to recognize that character plus competence creates employability.
As I see it, our tours changed minds.
Personally, I believe the alumni videos sealed it.
It is reasonable to conclude that unity, honesty, and perseverance brought this result.
I sense that this explanation fits what we have experienced. I maintain that the tradition of close mentoring remains our anchor as we move forward. I am compelled to state that this success belongs to our community. I wish to register my concern that we must not become complacent.
I'd like to point out that sustainable growth requires constant listening.
If you ask me, the way I see it, students want to feel known, not counted.
I believe we should move forward while honoring our heritage and preparing for what lies ahead.